Nick World, welcome to another episode of Delusional Nick Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. Whoa, what was that? With the historic first quarter, 48 points by the Knicks, we could not prevail and defeat the Oklahoma City Thunder because we could not play defense. Ladies and gents, this game was bad. From the beginning, offense was looking fluid, was looking great. We saw Cam Reddish getting early minutes. Well, he's been getting minutes, but early looks into the offense. But one thing stood out is we can't play defense. Even with that historical 48 points in the first, we were only still up by 9, I believe. So we still gave up a lot of buckets. And pretty much throughout these last couple games with the Knicks, we have been giving up a lot of points. And it continues. It continues. The Oklahoma City Thunder pretty much did whatever they wanted to. Coming into the game, I believe Oklahoma City was averaging over 120 points in their last couple games. So I was hoping the Knicks' mindset was coming in and playing defense rather than trying to outscore. Why? Our offense has been okay. The offense never really been an issue with my Knicks. So trying to outgun them was a possibility by looking at just the roster. But you also have to play the game. And Oklahoma played a great team together basketball. They got stops when they needed. Dort came in and played some tough-nosed defense. But my Knicks just could not defend. Gave up a lot of three-pointers. I believe in the last 5 games, the opposing team has been averaging over 40% from 3, while the Knicks have been in the low 30s as a team. You can't win with that, guy, especially if you're not playing defense. Especially if you're not playing D. My Knicks. All right. So Cam pretty much started off hot. This was the Cam Reddish game that I wanted to. He didn't force the issue. It was in the motion. Gave him a couple ISO plays. So that's great basketball. That's literally getting to your spot, rising up, and making plays. This is the kind of game that I want out of RJ. He wants to attack, only can utilize his right hand. I mean, his left hand. He goes to the right, of course, but then he will have to switch it up and throw that hand up. But if you look at Cam can, he's ambidextrous with that. So hopefully we can, let these guys work on the game together. But it's just, I don't even feel right talking about offense today. I truly don't. Because clearly we put up 135 points in regulation. That's high. That's high. It's the defense for me. And which is why I don't want the Knicks to speed up their game. I truly don't. Why, when you speed up your game, you're only focusing on offense. Like, we're giving up way too many threes, and teams are knocking it down. I'm starting to think, is this an outdated defense that we're doing right now? Is this an outdated defense? Like, seriously, guys, let me know in the comments. Is this an outdated defense? What's the issue? We need to know what the issue is. Can we put the blame on Tibbs? Can we put the blame on the players that's out there? Because they have to put the effort into the game. Tibbs' defensive scheme were working, the last 2 years. We still ended up at top 10 in defense at the end of the year. So the scheme might not be bad. Maybe it's the players in the scheme. Remember, we had an issue with what is my guy name? The previous point guard that we had, Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker was a smaller guard having issues in Tibbs' rotation scheme. Is JB the liability in the offense? Is Julius Randle the liability in the offense? Is not having Mitch out there. Excuse me, the liability on defense is having Mitch out there. Or not having Mitch out there, is a liability on the defense. Even though we still have Sims and you have Hartenstein. My fellow Knicks fans, I need to know what could possibly be the issue with our defense. Because to sit there and say Tibbs is not a great defensive coach, it would be asinine. That's his mojo. That's his gift on earth. Defense. Cam played phenomenal defense. So he deserved to be in that starting lineup. We got to figure out. That's my only thing. I don't care about the offense right now. Offense looking good. JB was looking good. Even though RJ had a bad game, we still was able to put up numbers. Quickly came in, had 20 plus off the bench in short minutes time period. So what is the issue? Because even if you want to start, you're hearing people start Grimes. So yeah, when Grimes get into his rotation and everything, so you're telling me Grimes is going to do a better job than what Cam is doing defensively? If so, let me know how in the chat. Let me know how. Because Cam has been playing phenomenal defense. The only person I would see is if you do have Cam and then you do have Grimes, playing together to play defense. That's an option. I don't know if that's a starting option. You bench Cam for Grimes. You're giving up length, which is a key aspect in defense. And Cam has proven with these extended minutes, I can play defense. If my offense is not dropping, I can still play defense. He gets the strips. He gets the steals, which is similar. But strips for me is just, swiping at the ball or somebody else to get the steal. But he'll get the strips. He get the steal. He's a big body in the paint. He can block. Athletic. Not to say, but there's been a couple plays that we had Grimes on Shai, and he still was going to the rack easily on him. So, and mind you, Cam was not on Shai for most of the game. He was not. So, and then Shai went off, guys. Shai went off. Yeah, it's frustrating. But I do want to look at, let's look at Thunder number. Wow. Their whole starting five, double figures. Wow. So now Shai 37, 24 of that came in the third quarter. Remember last year, we had third quarter woes. We could not get anything flowing in the third quarter defensively. And offensively sometimes too. Guys, you see the frustration on my face. And Shai is, he's good. He's good. I'm not gonna lie. He's good. His perimeter game is phenomenal, which I think that's how RJ can be an all-star. Is your mid-range game. My thing is how you can shoot threes, but you can't shoot a mid range. For me, I'm speaking for me as a person who loved to play basketball, who enjoyed ball, who practiced. I worked on my game. My first love was having a jump shot, but that developed from free throw and down. My mid range game, jump shot, I mastered. What I mean mastered, I can destroy pretty much league players in the mid range with my jump shot and my creativity off of my jump shot. Because I worked on the game. I like Kobe perfected my mid range. That's all I had. I wasn't really a 3-point shooter until later on in life when I extended that. But getting to the paint and shooting, that was my game. I could jump out the gym. I had over a 40-inch vert at 6 feet, guys. 6 feet. So with RJ, you worried about them threes, bro. Get that mid-range game flowing. Look at D Wade. That's who you should be. That slasher, get to the rack, because you're a downhill player, RJ. D Wade. Watch tons of D Wade tapes. Yes, your handle is not to D Wade's ability, but D Wade wasn't that flashy, ridiculous, crazy handles player. He had handles. He had control. He had ball control. That's what Wade had. Wade had ball control, a person that can attack the pick and roll. He was a pick and roll maestro to the point that Kobe asked him, how did he split? Teach me how you split pick and rolls. Learn how to split the pick and roll, perimeter jump shot. Gain that mid-range jump shot. I guarantee you, all-star, whatever year. But he gotta want it. Back to the defense. I'm like I said, I'm sorry. I'm started talking about the offense. Back to the defense. And these guys. Giddey with a triple-double. 6'8", literally point guard to me because he was running the ball. They both was kind of sharing the ball, which is that's a dope front court right there. I'm not even going to lie. With Josh Giddey. Actually, no, that's the backcourt. That's a solid backcourt right there. Look at this, bro. 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 24 points, easy buckets. But just look at the field goal percentage. Like, don't even worry about the bench, just the starting lineup. All right? Shai, 6'6", 59%. Giddey, 71. Jeremiah Robinson, 77. Pulaski, 62%. Dort, 72%. We were not stopping anybody. Anybody, guys. Anybody. Barrett had a bad game, 2 for 10. He sat for the most part, which was an eye opener. I'm like, okay, Tibbs, you sat Barrett. He sat Barrett. I'm like, okay, all right. But other than that, Coach Tibbs, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did. I don't even care for the Knicks stats, to keep it honest. Yeah, I don't really care for that. Pretty much now, I think the Knicks are like 3-3 at home. So it's 500. Not gonna lose my mind at that. But this is a game that I 100% thought that we was going to win. I figured we would dig down on defense, and especially how we came out in that first quarter with putting up 48 points. 48 points. We couldn't do anything after that. All right. Let me see. I don't even want to look at the game chart. That's not even what I want to look at. Summary. Let me see. Can I bring this summary up? I want to look at this aspect right here. second and third quarter, all right? We gave up 43 points in the second and then 43. You're talking about 86 points in 2 quarters. Where's the defense? Where's the defense? Right? Where's the D? Pause. It's the frustration for me. Something got to be done. What is the Knicks record now? I believe we're is it 6-8, guys? What is the standings? Forgive me, I'm all over the place when shit not working out. Excuse my language. First time me cursing on air, but Tibbs, I don't want to get rid of Tibbs as of yet, because you bring in a new coach, you're putting that pressure on a new coach, and it's the same team, it's the same unit. So I don't know if we can do what the Nets is doing right now when they fired Nash and they got their team rolling. That's different. They got KD. We don't have the KD type status. You know, the issue was their defense. Under Jacques Vaughn, they're playing a lot better defense. And for me, that's like maybe the Nets-wise, the team was ready to move on from Nash. Is this the situation in New York with the Knicks? Is the Knicks ready to move on from Coach Tibbs? Is that the issue? Because that's what we saw with the Brooklyn Nets. They brought in a new coach, brought in a new system. The team responded. I don't know if that's the same for the Knicks. Maybe it's a personnel change that we need meaning players. Maybe a trade is needed to free up and solidify roles with certain players and opportunities for certain players. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you guys can put it in the comments on what you think needs to be done for our Knicks to turn it around. Right now, I'm like, hey, lottery bound, guys. Lottery bound sounds. Nah, still too early. Still too early. It's only 6-7. 13 games in. I can't throw in the towel 13 games in, but that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. So, Knicks, we got to turn it around. Who do we play next? I believe we start our West Coast road trip. West Side. Let me see. I'm going to pull that up for the time being. Yeah. Okay, as my internet want to act up, which is totally fine. I'm going to wrap it up now because I'm kind of disgusted. And I do want to watch my Giants play. So, Knicks fans, thank you for rocking with me. Knicks need to figure it out somehow what we're going to do. Because we can't keep giving up these leads. We can't keep giving up these 3-pointers, which is killing us. So, on to the next game. Oh, yeah, I do want to say I'm going to be in Miami next week for work. So, I will not be putting out any type of videos, which is going to suck. But just bear with me. I will be back on Friday, and I believe we do got a game on Friday. So, deuces.
I'ma do it for the pesos. I fell in love with the